This is Talk of the Town, a weekly program featuring community events happening in and around Northeast Michigan, with your host, Nancy Smitham, and get the latest from Alpena Community College with Dr. Don McMaster. And now, today's Talk of the Town.
Good morning and welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Nancy Smitham. My first guest today is Stephanie Gandula from Thunder Bay National Marine Sanctuary. Hi, Stephanie.
Hello, Nancy. How are you today?
Good. I feel like we have to talk fast because we have so much to talk about. So let's start talking about our delayed summer. It's here finally with a bang. Mooring buoys are out.
Yes, finally summer is here and it's time to get out on the water, get into your sanctuary,
Yes.
if you will. And so, as you know, we maintain mooring buoys on over 40 of the shipwreck sites, and that enables visitors to find them easier. It also protects the shipwreck sites so people don't drop anchor and potentially damage the site. So they're out there. You've probably seen them in the bay. Really encouraging people to get out there and recreate in beautiful Thunder Bay National Marine Sanctuary.
Okay, and that's only one of the things to do. We have a bunch of summer programming going on.
That's right. There's always something happening at the Great Lakes Maritime Heritage Center. First of all, we have our robust summer programs for the kids. And these kids, they can be from age 5 up to junior high age. I think the oldest is 13.
Okay.
And these programs, there's a lot, more than a dozen different programs, and they range from one day, one afternoon to 2 to 3 days long.
Wow.
And they can do everything from learn about the other national marine sanctuaries, learn about the ecosystems in the ocean. They can learn about underwater robotics, of course. Sharks, of course. There's one dedicated just to sharks. That's always a popular one. So if anyone's interested in signing their kids up for these programs, go to thunderbayfriends.org, and all the programs are listed there, all the descriptions. There's even a scholarships offered from the Friends if folks are interested in that. But all of them are very affordable. They range from like $10 to $25 per program. So summer programs are rolling along. And then we also have our lecture series and monthly cinema series and lecture series rolling along too. And coming up is our June lecture, which is all about the maritime archaeology of the St. Clair Flats. So not in sanctuary waters, but definitely in Michigan waters. And Daniel Harrison is a maritime archaeologist from downstate, and he's going to come up and deliver this lecture. And that starts at 7 o'clock on Thursday, June 28th. So that's one you don't want to miss if you like maritime history.
And you can find out why they call it the St. Clair Flats.
Yeah, I suppose so.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, hopefully learn lots.
Yes, and then Lady Michigan.
Lady Michigan is steaming along, having a great time taking people out. Hopefully hit that number of almost 10,000, which is what we've been the past few years, taking people out actually into Shipwreck Alley. So it's so wonderful to be able to provide that accessibility to these shipwrecks to people that aren't interested in diving, don't get into the water. They can still get out there and actually see these amazingly preserved shipwrecks. So the Lady Michigan is cruising 3 times a day, 7 days a week.
Okay. And get down there, get your tickets, and if the weather's bad, they'll give you a little, not a refund, but you can come back and use your ticket later.
That's right, that's right. If it's canceled because of weather, which does happen, they don't call it Thunder Bay for nothing, right?
And Maritime Festival coming up. I know how crazy that is, so you must be very busy.
I can't believe that's just right around the corner, isn't it?
Very much around the corner.
So July 3rd and July 4th is the whole festival. July 3rd is the Battle of the Paddles.
Okay.
And that's when we have the kayaking and stand-up paddleboard races.
Been a big event.
It has, and it's so much fun. And so that's the evening of the 3rd, and there's also going to be live music and, of course, a beer tasting that night. Yes. And if you haven't seen that, if you don't want to paddle, you can just come have some beer, hang out on the roof deck, and watch the paddlers go by. And then, of course, July 4th is the big Maritime Festival. We'll have the helicopter rides again, the cardboard boat race in the afternoon, which there's still time, I think, to build a boat, and all sorts of activities. We've got some great partners, community partners, who are going to be joining us for Maritime Festival. The Alpena Library is going to have a outreach booth. Art in the Loft is, and so excited to be just keep bringing and adding more and more things to the lineup at Maritime Festival. Another cool new development with the festival is it's going to be a certified local food event.
Yes.
And that means that at least 20% of the food available is sourced locally.
That'll be really fun. And then there's all kinds of food vendors. There's games and things for kids to do. There's just so much stuff to do, and you need volunteers.
That's right. We still need volunteers for that. So if you're interested in volunteering, give me a call. 884-6212 is my direct line.
Okay.
And we'll get you signed up to volunteer. Even an hour or two volunteering really helps out because we get hundreds and hundreds, dare I say, thousands of people show up.
Yes.
I mean, it's a busy day. This year it's from 10 to 4, so the parade will end right at Maritime Festival. So hit the parade and then come to the festival and hang out all day.
And that we're just saying a few of the things that there are to do this summer because there's so much to do. Just coming into the sanctuary, like you said, going up on the roof deck, looking at the view. You know, bring your lunch, come have lunch there.
Yeah.
You know, enjoy the static displays inside and the sanctuary store.
That's right, the sanctuary store. Lots of new merchandise in the sanctuary store. For sure, all sorts of mementos and different price ranges, educational gifts, and the proceeds from the sanctuary store do support the Friends of Thunder Bay National Marine Sanctuary, which makes a lot of our programs possible.
So what are your hours of operation?
The hours are during the height of the summer, which is June, July, August, are excuse me, I think I'm forgetting all of a sudden, but they're 9 to 5 right now. And then the cruises, though, are 10, 1, and 4.
10, 1,
and
and
it is 7 days a week for sure. So, you know, check us out at thunderbay.noaa.gov is the main website. And you can find everything that's happening, or just give us a call and people will be glad to share.
And you do have so much going on there that it's impossible to put it in an 8.5 minute segment, but just please do come down or look at the website, see what's going on, sign up for some of those lecture series or the kids programming in the summer, get a ride on the Lady Michigan, get into your sanctuary.
Yes.
It's just, I was at a Good Morning Alpena where you were there and you had people raise their hand if they'd not been on the Lady Michigan, and I was appalled at how many people had not been on the Lady Michigan.
I know, it's such a fun trip.
It's affordable, it's fun, it's in your backyard, it's just wonderful. And you know, with all the family reunions and the people, you can book private tours too.
You can book private tours. The tours are different. I mean, if you've gone, like let's say you went back in 2011 when the boat got here, it's time to go again because we've added some interpretive material to it. And there's so many shipwrecks to choose from. They go to different shipwrecks sometimes. So it's a lot of fun being out on the water.
All right, thank you so much for being here, Stephanie. Look forward to talking to you next month.
Thank you, Nancy.
I'll be right back with Peggy Donikoski, and we're going to talk about the Michigan Brown Trout Festival following these messages. Hi, welcome back. As promised, I'm with Peggy Donikoski. We're going to talk about the upcoming Brown Trout Festival. Hi, Peg.
Hi, Nance.
I love your shirt.
Thank you.
So, Revenge of Big Brownie. He's back.
That's our theme. You'll see it all over the festival grounds this year.
I like it.
Yep.
And it was a bunch of people got together and they came up with that.
Yes, especially after it was caught for the first time in 43 years last year by a girl. Girl power.
Yeah.
It's our 44th annual this year.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
44. It is unbelievable.
Yep. And lots of new stuff happening too again this year.
And I understand you have a new tent.
We have a new tent, the Wolverine State Credit Union tent.
Okay.
Within that tent is going to be the Children's Learning Center. We're going to have a big aquarium in there. I think it's about 4 foot. That's going to show some of the fish in there, the Great Lakes, that are caught, even during our fishing tournament. They'll have some crafts. They will also have things for the children to do, an opportunity to win a girls and boys bike.
Oh, yay.
And a kayak.
Oh,
at the end of the 10-day. They'll all go home with a bag of little goodies. Filled little backpack type bag from compliments of the Wolverine State Credit Union. Perfect. So that'll be nice. That'll be up for the whole 10-day period. Also within that tent, the merchandise will be sold as usual. And then the first Saturday is the wine tasting. Wine and craft beer tasting this year.
Good.
So that should be pretty big. $15 admission. You'll get your little mason jar or the wine glass, your choice, and from 1 to 7 p.m.
Okay.
That's all new.
And then what about new events?
New events. Okay, so in the, starting out with the Family Day, that Sunday, of course, we've always had it the first Sunday.
Right.
So you're going to find new on board this year, National Guard.
Oh, yay.
So we had a meeting with them, and they can bring in a big obstacle course. We're going to have it out in the parking lot, all roped off. The kids are really going to love this. They have no idea that's coming. And more big equipment, too. More big, I don't know, big trucks, big tanks. I don't even know what they're even called. But that'll add to all that equipment for the kids to go on.
Wow.
It'll be wonderful. And then the Thunder Bay Arts Council is bringing in a group for the children that interact with them, a musical program that we will shut down Family Day a little bit in order for them to enjoy that and then start Family Day back up again. So it's going to be pretty amazing. We expect 400 to 500 kids again. this year.
Now, the Bay Bash is always a big event. Do you have any other new events for music?
Yes, we do. If you notice, we have not had a country night in a long time.
Right.
So we have teamed up with Myers and WKJC. We are going to put on Country Night the second Saturday
Okay.
of the Brown Trout Festival,
Okay.
almost towards the end. We're going to call it a Country Appreciation Night. For only $2, you can get in.
Wow.
17 on up, but you have to have IDs on the grounds at all times. Everyone knows that, to get into the tent. And we've got a group called Whiskey Fix coming in.
Okay.
And I think they're from the Rose City, Tawas, Escota area. They play a lot over there. So they're coming in. So for the first time, we want to make an appreciation. Thank everyone for coming to our 10-day festival. And just show for $2. Come on down, have some fun. We're going to give $1,000 cash giveaway. We'll give away,
Yeah.
10 $100 bills.
That's
and some
good.
prizes and stuff like that. So it's all about appreciation.
And so tickets will be available there?
Tickets will be available right there at the gate to get in. No pre-sales on that. Just come on down.
And there'll be other food vendors there, like always?
We've got JJ's will be there. You'll have food there, a band every day in the small tent.
Okay.
You'll have the Neiman's Beach Party kicking off the first Friday.
All right.
And then in the big tent, you will have our Texas Hold'em. We're bringing that back.
Okay.
And you can also bring your family on down. We're going to have some games and raffles that evening too, while the gals and guys play or enter the Texas Hold'em tournament. The other part of the tent we're going to use for games, raffles, and set up some prizes and stuff like that.
Wow.
Yeah, so the family's going to have a little something to do while
Sounds
they're
like
there.
it's going to be busy, busy, busy. Now, what about
Crazy.
fishing tournaments? What are...
Fishing tournaments are all on. The Super Tournament has a new sponsor, Northland Federal Area Credit Union. So this year, everyone who enters that Super Tournament is going to get a Super Tournament t-shirt. And then we also give out the annual Brown Trout hat.
Okay.
And we increased first place prize on that, added another $1,000 to that.
Good.
Every single tournament is taking place. Bingo on the Bay is getting bigger and better. I think it's going to be our third annual. So prizes have increased. We're trying to increase all places and all the fishing tournaments to make it easier and cut some of the expenses down for the boats.
And you know, it's wonderful during that 2-week period of time because the hotels are packed, the restaurants are packed, the gas stations are full, the stores are full. It's such an economic impact in our community.
It is. I had a hard time getting a room for a couple of the band members. Once again, I mean, that's a good thing. It's bad and it's good, but it's good to know that yes, everything's getting booked, and I hope the fishermen, you know, they have to have a safe place to put their boats at night and stuff like that. So.